Hey bookworms, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing some mystery thriller books that I picked up during my most recent trip to the library. If you were anything like me, going to the library is a form of self-care, and yeah, I'm at the library at least 2-3 times a week. I love it there. It's free books. I mean, what can be better than free books? But yeah, while I was there, I picked up 5 mystery thriller books, and I wanted to share them with you all. So let's go ahead and get into it. Book number 1 is Survive the Night by Riley Sager. I've never read anything by this author. I know that they are pretty popular, and when I saw this, I love the title and I was like, hey, why not? This book is a novel that takes place in November 1991. Nirvana's in the tape deck, George H.W. Bush is in the White House, and movie-obsessed college student Charlie Jordan is in a car with a man who might be a serial killer. Josh Baxter, the man behind the wheel, is a virtual stranger to Charlie. They met at the campus ride board, each looking to share the long drive home to Ohio. Both have good reasons for wanting to get away. For Charlie, it's guilt and grief over the shocking murder of her best friend, who became the third victim of the man known as the campus killer. For Josh, it's to help care for his sick father, or so he says. The longer she sits in the passenger seat, the more Charlie notices there's something suspicious about Josh. From the holes in his story about his father to how he doesn't want her to see inside the trunk. As they travel an empty, twisty highway in the dead of night, an increasingly anxious Charlie begins to think she's sharing a car with the campus killer. Is Josh truly dangerous, or is Charlie's jittery mistrust merely a figment of her movie-fueled imagination? One thing is certain, Charlie has nowhere to run and no way to call for help. Trapped in a terrifying game of cat and mouse played out on pitch-black roads and in neon-lit parking lots, Charlie knows the only way to win is to survive the night. This sounds like it's going to be a good read, and this actually ticks off a spot on my book bingo. I recently created my 2025 book bingo card, and one of the little slots that I put in there was to read a book that takes place in 1991, the year I was born. So this will hopefully be a good read, and it'll help me tick off that little spot on my 2025 book bingo. Book number 2 is The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. Now, I have another book by this author. I think it's The Paris Apartment. That's a book that's been sitting on my bookshelf for quite a while. Never read it. It's going to happen this year, I promise you, but it's been there for quite a while and I never read it. But I decided to pick this up because it seemed pretty interesting. It's the opening night of the manor, and no expense, small or large, has been spared. The infinity pool sparkles, crystal pouches for guest healing have been placed in the seaside cottages and woodland hutches. The manor rule cocktail, grapefruit, ginger, vodka, and a dash of CBD oil, is being poured with a heavy hand. Everyone is wearing linen, and yet just outside the manor's immaculately kept grounds, an ancient forest bristles with secrets. The local community resents what they see as the manor's intrusion into the local woods and attempts to privatize the beach, and small skirmishes have erupted on the edges of the property between locals and the staff. And the whispers keep coming about an old piece of pagan folklore. It must be folklore. The Nightbirds, an avenging force that can be called upon to make right wrongs that elude the law. Though surely everything at the manor has been done above board. On the Sunday morning of opening weekend, the local police are called. There's been a fire. A body's been discovered. Something's not right with the guests. What happened on the grounds of the manor the past 36 hours? And who or what is the cause? Everyone has an agenda, everyone has a past, but not everyone will survive the midnight feast. Really excited about this one. I'm really excited about all these books, honestly. Like I shared in my last couple of videos, I love mysteries and thrillers, so this seems like a really good whodunit with some folklore type of element, and I can't wait to enjoy it. On the back it says, welcome to the opening weekend of the Manor, a luxury resort built on top of old secrets in an ancient forest. The founder, the husband, the mystery guest, the kitchen help. Everyone has an agenda, everyone has a past, but not everyone will survive. Like, come on now, that sounds really, really good. I'm hoping that I enjoy this book because, like I mentioned, I do have the Paris apartment, and if I don't enjoy this book, it's going to really make me not want to read the Paris apartment. So I'm hoping that this author really brings it with this book, but we shall see. Book number 3 is The Kind Worth Killing by Peter Swanson. I had seen this book on, I think it was Kindle Unlimited or Prime Books. It was on there for free, and I had it there and I just never read it. And yeah, so I saw it in the library and thought maybe having the physical copy would actually make me read it. It seems like a pretty good story. I'm not sure if this is true, so don't take my word for it, but I think this might be a movie, or maybe I'm getting this book mixed up with another book that's going to be a movie. But yeah, this seems like a pretty interesting story. On a flight from London to Boston, Ted Severson meets the stunning Lily Kittner. Over martinis, the strangers play a game in which they reveal intimate details about themselves. Ted talks about his wife Miranda, how their marriage has gone stale, how a week ago he caught her in a stunning betrayal. But what begins as playful banter between Ted and Lily takes a swift turn when Ted claims half seriously that he would like to kill his wife. Then Lily surprises him by saying that she'd like to help. Back in Boston, Ted and Lily forge an unusual bond and talk about the ways Ted can get out of his marriage. But Lily has her own dark history she's not sharing with Ted, and Ted is keeping something from Lily too. But as Ted begins to fall in love with Lily, he grows anxious about any holes in their scheme that could give them away. And suddenly the two are pulled into a very lethal game of cat and mouse, one in which both are not likely to survive when all is said and done. That sounds pretty good. I don't know why I never read it. I mean, I have it on my tablet. It's a Prime book, a Kindle. It's one of those things. It's a thing on my tablet, and I don't know why I never read it. But seeing it in the library made me want to give it another try. I figured having the physical copy with an actual due date would push me to read this book. So hopefully I enjoy it. I've never heard of this author before. If you have, please let me know. If you have any suggestions for any of their other books, please let me know, because I would like to try them out. Hopefully this is a good book. We shall see what happens. Book number 4 is My Murder by Katie Williams. The title is what drew me in. My murder. How do you know anything about your murder if you've been murdered? Because you'd be dead. So yeah, the title is what drew me in. It's by Katie Williams. Lou is a happily married mother of an adorable toddler. She's also the victim of a local serial killer, recently brought back to life and returned to her grieving family by a government project. She is grateful for the second chance, but as the new Lou adapts to her old routines and as she bonds with other female survivors, she realizes that disturbing questions remain about what exactly preceded her death and how much she can really trust those around her. Now, it's not enough to care for her child, love her husband, and do the work she's always enjoyed. She must also figure out the circumstances of her death. Darkly comic, tautly paced, and full of surprises, My Murder is a clever, devour in one sitting twist on the classic thriller. This is going to be fun. I love the whole sci-fi element of being brought back to life by a government project. That's pretty clever. So can't wait to see how this turns out. I don't know much about this author, just liked the title and decided to give it a try. And yeah, so we'll see how this goes. This was book number 4. And our final book is The Morning Show Murders by Al Roker and Dick Lochte. When I saw Al Roker's name under the word murders, I was intrigued. I don't really have any sort of expectation for this book. It is a part of a series, the Morning Show Murders series, so we shall see how it goes. Billy Blessing, the owner of the popular Manhattan restaurant Blessing's Bistro, is a regular contributor on the morning news show Wake Up America. Now he's creating a fresh cooking competition show, but finds himself clashing with Rudy Gallagher, the executive producer. Things get heated in the newsroom, and after exchanging some sharp words, both Billy and Rudy walk away feeling burned. Next thing he knows, Rudy is found dead in his luxury apartment, and Billy is a prime suspect. Determined to clear his name, Billy begins his own investigation, only to discover things are much more complicated than he ever imagined. Unsavory characters start coming out of the woodwork, and before long he stumbles into the crosshairs of an international assassin. The first in a delicious series, The Morning Show Murders combines the magic of morning show television with the charm of your favorite mysteries, including exciting behind-the-scenes intrigue that can only come from a veteran of network television. Like I said, I don't have any major expectations for this book. If it's pretty good, that's a win. If not, I think it'll be fun to give an Al Roker murder mystery a try. So that is it for my mystery thriller library haul. If you found any of these books intriguing, please leave a comment below letting me know which one. And if you've read these books before, please let me know if you enjoyed them, especially if you've read the Al Roker Morning Show Mysteries book. I'm intrigued. I really want to know how you felt about it. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I appreciate you all so much for stopping by. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I have more book hauls coming. I have some reading vlogs and things of that nature coming to this channel. I feel like I'm getting used to the lighting now. There's no crazy sun glare this time. So yeah, I'm making some progress and I have some ideas for the future. But yeah, I'm rambling now. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you stopping by. I hope that you have a beautiful day no matter who you are or where you are. And I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.